Good afternoon, everybody. It's me, Pew Pew Choo Choo, and today we'll be playing some more a game of Dwarves, and we'll be pretty much just continuing off where we left, except for I made a few minor adjustments. I've decided to expand the caverns down here, so we're going to have a little more digging space, and it looks like I found some kind of new mineral right here. That actually might be. Let's see what this is. It won't tell me, but we'll soon figure out what that new mineral is. You can see that there are a few new faces, and we're expanding our main floor, our current main floor, which we will soon convert into a farming station. And we have 17 dwarves now, and you can see our military dwarves are training. They're very hard at work, and it looks like they've already broken the training dummies I bought for them. So, let's find ways to kind of help our dwarves pay for their expenses. I've elected to build some more of these log plants so that we can kind of expand our farming endeavors. Over here you can see that we have a few more miner dwarves, and they're busy expanding this new area, which will soon be a farm. So that's life inside our fortress right now. Let's also carve out this area because this seems to be good resources as well. And let me get some ladders ready. So now when the... Oh no, he has fallen to the floor. That is very interesting. The dwarves just end up on the level down inside this game, so this guy will just go whoop, falls in slow motion as well, down a level, and into another section of the fortress. Well, what do you know? The people here won't be so lucky though, because they just go down the same hole, really. So we'll have to give them a ladder, help them out. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a big chunk of stone here, so I'm actually going to mine that out. There's a nice section of silver right above our heads. I'm actually going to take that out as well, and you can see that all of my mining is kind of built into my fortress as we go along. We kind of discover more and more stuff to mine. Now that we've cleared up some farming space, we can build some more stuff over here. But I want to focus on the essentials of a real dwarven city, which is down here inside the stone. As soon as our miners finish up clearing this little pocket of silver, we'll send them down to mine some of the more important stuff. What are we lacking up here? What is going on? I saw an alert message. Oh well, not that big of a deal. Still fairly early. Our dwarves are hard at work, although they're not working very smart. Oh no, how are they going to get that block out now? I don't think they can move diagonally, so I think the game's pathfinding has kind of screwed the pooch over here. They can't get to that middle block now. Or maybe they can. Let's see what happens. Nope, they're not making an attempt to. So I think we'll just leave that as it is right now. In the meantime, let's try to get some of this marble or whatever this this stuff is out. And while we're at it, let's go one more level deep. Like that. Now every single dwarven kingdom or dwarven hall needs a great hall, so rather a giant hallway, so I think we're going to build one of those. How are my miners doing? Well, they're fairly well supplied. I mean, they have enough goods to last them quite a little bit. So what I can do for our miners here is first and foremost, we need to pluck down a few items. We need to get some staircases going on, but I want to place the staircases over here. I don't want them anywhere else. I'm going to get our dwarves to dig out the chunks over here before I place anything. Now, there we go. Now let's switch that to a staircase. They'll come up to get their food. I don't want them to starve again, so that's the thing that I'm trying to keep track of. I want to build a great big communal gathering hall right here. That's something that I'd rather take. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? Now this game is all about decorations, it's all about furnishing our fortress, so let's actually build a giant stone pillar right here for aesthetic reasons. So we're going to build a pillar like that. That's going to look really pretty. And we'll continue digging this hallway. That's actually conveniently near a cave system. You can kind of see the game's procedural generation coming into play here. It looks like we're going to breach into a monster's den, something that I don't want to do yet. So let's get rid of this. We'll go one level down, so now we can see exactly where we're going to breach it. Let's get rid of all of this highlighted crap. And maybe this hallway will curve. That's right. This hallway will be a curvy grand hallway, so it'll go in this direction. Or, oh, maybe not. Maybe we should dig out all of this gold. So, let's go down 2 squares. And we need to build some things to help out with the aesthetics. So I'm going to put 2 squares, a few blocks, just so that we can pretty up the fortress later on. For now, let's mine out all of the stuff right here and get the bare essentials down, which are the reinforced staircases. These things are both pretty and effective at this. Oops, my bad. Looks like I flipped them the wrong way, but that's alright because we can grab the item and replace it. As soon as I get my camera angle fixed, there we go. Plop this down. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, it actually looks like we have some more gold inside the walls. Maybe these will be 2 squares long, and then we'll kind of get rid of that bit. And it looks like we've maxed out our wood supply. So right now, let's sell some of this wood, transfer it into gold. And actually, we don't really need any wood right now, so we'll just sell all of that. This grand hall will be quite expansive. We're digging into many pockets filled with riches, so we have to build this in a way that makes sense and is also economical. But it looks like we've discovered a goblin camp up here. So these goblins will just kind of puff in and out, and they'll try to fight our workers right here. Let's get our workers to teleport out and switch this guy to a military door. So now, let's get rid of the designations as well. So now the military doors should come in to play sometime soon. Let's take that other miner. Oh, that is a soldier. So the first soldier is coming down. Second soldier is coming down. So we're bringing the army down here. Oops, I've neglected some more of this nations thing, so it looks like we're gonna have to save our miners one more time. Let's grab them, and let's jump all the way up to our inn and puff them up there. In the meantime, let's watch our military dwarves finish off these goblins. You can kind of see that different units have different levels, and I think this will be a fairly quick fight. Our dwarves are fairly experienced, and we share a numerical advantage against them. There we go, no losses and almost all of the goblins destroyed. Last goblin's gonna puff in here, and he's also going to get destroyed. There we go. Ooh, we almost lost a dwarf here. One of our dwarves are almost dead, but he lives nonetheless. So we have an extra room here. The goblins were nice enough to leave their furniture in one piece, so we have some used goods to sell. I'm going to mine out this special colorful gemstone right here because those are very helpful in constructing other items. Let's dig out some more of this gold. And I'd really like to get the silver, but I don't want to damage the looks of our castle, so I think I'll keep them. Looks like we've got some wall candles and stuff here, some decorations that I'd like to keep. Let's make some rooms for storage back here. Let's just mine out this entire wall. And let's build a dwarven ladder, so that our dwarves can actually get in here. Let's actually build a stone ladder. This will be a little dwarven room for item storage. Yes, that's it. It'll be a treasury room. Some more gold in the back wall here. That is always nice. This one, these two will be really long hallways, I guess. And it looks like there's quite a lot of this good stuff right here. And looks like we'll need another ladder. One of the issues I'm having with this is that there's quite a lot of these ladders involved that don't necessarily have to be there. I'm kind of leaning towards the dwarf fortress system. I'm liking that better than the system inside this game, I've got to say. But this works nonetheless. And since we now own these ornaments, I can actually move them out of the way here, so then we can kind of have a two-stage system where we can store things down here and things up above. These mineral veins really aren't into my decorating plan because they appear in the worst of locations. Nonetheless, we have this area ready for decor. Let's put some of those storage chests that we absolutely need down here. Let's build some of these double chests. And I've elected to build a whole entire row of them. Like that. And I'll follow that up by 2 more chests. Right here. That'll look nice and pretty. For the area right here, let's decorate that with some dwarven ornaments of sorts. Let's see what we have for decoration inside this game. We can get some pillars and we can get some statues. Ooh, statues. These will be perfect for decoration. We'll have 2. And we'll have 2 menacing suits of armor standing right here. And let's build some torches. Let's have a few torches lining this hallway. Make it look really, really nice.
I could even eat an apple by now.
There we go. It looks like our Dwarven kingdom has grown large enough that we are suffering a little bit of a food shortage. So our dwarves are a little hungry right now. Let's solve that problem by building another farm. Now we still have a few dwarves who aren't necessarily pulling their weight. So let's get started with that farm. I'm going to build one of these fertilization stones down here, and that'll allow us to grow a few more plants right around here. Ping, 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 ping. Perfect. Now let's grow some of these carrots. They're the most expensive food group, so I assume that they are going to be some of the best. And let's assign one worker there, and we'll make one of these people a worker. Now where is this worker dwarf? Why isn't he getting started with his job? That is what I am wondering about. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, so now he's getting started. He's collecting food for the colony. And it looks like our food shortage has been averted for now. So we're making enough food to sustain our little population. It'd be nice if we had one more mining food gathering spot. So, what can we do to kind of solve our problem here? Nearly all the food has been eaten before it's gone anywhere else. There's no way we can put another farm somewhere on this level, at least not yet, but there's some room up here inside this little area that we found earlier, so I'm going to put another stone there, and I'm going to make another person a worker. Now where is that crafts store? There he is. So he'll come over here and build this fertilization stone. After that, we can put down a few more plants so that we can get some more food going on. Oh, I should have moved that fertilization stone back one. At least I can shift it over, so now that should be good. Now we can pluck down a few more farms, and that'll be a second form of food generation. So I think we're all set for now. We've gotten the bare essentials down, and we've averted that food crisis. We have a bit of a storage facility. We have a little lounge here. I like the goblin furniture. It's kind of nice. So we have a nice little fortress guard post slash treasury area right here. Got some trophies, and we were going to expand lower and lower. Let's go further with our hallway. In the meantime, I have a lot of stone, and I have quite a bit of wood. So let's actually furnish this hallway. Let's start with this room over here, this little treasury area. And I imagine the goblin couches and everything kind of forming like a little bit of a loungy area. So I'm going to use this ground texture, this wooden ground texture, that makes it look like a kind of like a comfy place to be. And for the sake of giving the walls the same general look, I'm going to put up some of this wooden walls texture. It's gonna cover up the resources, but it should be alright. And I didn't mean to put it there, so I'll just erase that little bit. And this wall needs it too. This room is actually going to be quite expensive on the stuff. We're gonna have to coat all of these pillars with it as well. There we go. And I think down here we can use the same wall texture, but the ground texture needs to be something a bit more stony. So we're going to switch to the barren stone floor, the one that's kind of low cost. So now this area is fully furnished. It looks like our prince is checking out the developments in his castle. So I imagine this place as the gateway into the main portions of our castle. Now what that means is that it should look really nice for the masses to view, and I'm going to pave it with marble. Marble is a fairly expensive substance, so that's going to look quite impressive. And I'm going to pave that down here as well. And it looks like we run out of the good stuff. We run out of marble to pave. It doesn't look like the base of our stone pillar has actually been built. What I can do is that I can kind of move this aside and let the craftsmith get down here. He can build it and I can just move it back, so that works. Oh, it looks like I've forgot to build the staircases again. I've really got to keep track of that. So let's put you down here. And now our dwarves can simply go back up and get their food. It's a good thing that they've implemented a warning now that happens. And down here it looks like we found even more rare materials. I'd say our castle is looking quite impressive now. We're really moving forward with everything. Whoops. With all of our wealth, let's see what we should buy with it. We can transfer some of our money and get some another level inside the spawning pool, and that's what I think I'll do. We've maxed out many of the resource needs that we have right now, and the only real thing that we need to worry about is digging further down to make the centerpiece of our grand mountain hall, and really going from there. We do, however, need a secondary site, a mining site. So I'm going to take the chunk of wall right here, and I'm going to expand that this way to the edge of the map right here. And two dwarves will just kind of work on that, build their way over here, and we'll have an excavation site where we can mine all of the goods out of the walls and take it back to the mountain hall, which is actually conveniently right next to the mining site. So let's zone out a large area for that operation. And my mining doors will just be hard at work over here, digging out everything and excavating all of it. Some gold in the walls. We can't miss anything inside this area. So let's just continue digging. There's quite a lot of happiness inside our settlement now that there's all of this furnishing material lying about. That's very good. Now, since this is the initial area into the castle, we can't make it too pretty. So instead of going for a marble finish on the walls, I've elected to go with something a little simpler, which is masterwork stone. Masterwork stone also looks fairly well with marble, so I think we'll just kind of plate it like that. And that looks pretty good. Continue it around the outside. All the way around, and oh, there is actually some some marble right next to us, right here, that we can dig out. So I've elected to dig out those 2 blocks and expand off of that, and then I can actually just cover that up with a few blocks. Looks like our dwarf has fallen asleep there, so that might be a problem. What I can do is that I can start by building a dwarven dormitory somewhere around here now that the first part of our grand hall has been completed. I can see that there's a cave right here, so I don't want to bother that place. But I can see that there's a good amount of resources right here, so let's make a little cubicle like that, and let's build some dwarven apartment buildings like that. And it kind of forms like a body of a pixel art man. Our dwarves are still hard at work mining out all of the goodies over here. They're just stripping away the dirt, leaving nothing behind. Since we have some time, let's actually decorate the hallways with some more stuff. I've already put up a few torches, so we've done that. Let's see if there's some paintings that we can hang in the Grand Hall. I've gotten some of these DLC paintings, and it looks like I would really want a grand paint. Oh no, these are actually quite small, so sadly we can't hang something like that on top of our main gates. But I think I'll go with 2 tapestries like that. And let's actually cover the wall with banners, so something like that. And then down below, let's get some of these smaller ones. There we go. So now we'll be in the process of moving things down into the main fortress here. The grandeur sadly ends at the main gate, so for everything past the main gate, we can't afford to use marble for everything. And in fact, I do remember that there is a gap inside the wall right here. So let's actually replace that right now. We can kind of just go over everything like that and hide the spot by placing a few legendary pictures. Or maybe not. Maybe we can only place 1. But nonetheless, the floor has to look good. And it looks like we've missed a spot, so we can cover that area out as well. Now up on top, let's give everything a nice lower quality finish with the stone option. And for the walls, I want just plain wooden walls going across everything. Kind of blends in with the ladder too, so it looks like people are just coming from nowhere, which is I guess something that we kind of want. And what else did I plate? Oh, back there. Oh. Let's go with something like that. That looks fantastic. That makes the place look very nice. The bedrooms are almost finished, so we can focus down here on kind of expanding the main hall. Where the main hall. Let's kind of give the main path a nice finish with the thick stone floor, so that looks very nice. Everything kind of on the side will give a stone floor finish so that it looks kind of nice. And we've already done the room up here, so that's pretty good. Now the rooms are already pretty much complete, so let's stone floor them. I'm not too worried about the gold deposits inside the rooms. I'd rather have them looking rather nice than dig out all of the materials. Looks like the miners are taking a break, so I'll just come in here really quick. Plate everything with a nice little finish here. Oh, I didn't mean to do this tile. Oh well. And get some nice comfy straw beds now. This is still on the outskirts of our dwarven city, so everything can't look that nice. I'll put a few of these beds here. And what else would dwarves want here? Well, we can get some wooden cupboards going. This still isn't necessarily that high up on the scale of valuable places. This room won't have one, but this room will. And let's finish up that area of wall that we missed, like that. And this one poor craft dwarf has to do all of this work. He has to finish everything here. We're really putting a lot of pressure on him. And he has to do everything nicely too. There we go, get some lighting inside here, get some very moody lighting. 2 on the hallways as well, 2 here as well. And that looks really nice. And maybe we'll get a some props to put in the middle. Now, where are props? Where are the miscellaneous items that we can just kind of put around just for the fun of it? There we go. So we can put a wash bucket here, and well, what else can we put? We can put a tool barrel. Tool barrels are fairly common over here. Maybe, maybe not. Why can't we put a tool barrel here? Ah, that's why we don't have the minerals, the supplies needed for that. So I will actually go with a wash tub in the middle of the hallway. But things are coming along fairly nicely, and I think we'll just finish up here. And next video we'll expand this area a little more. So like the video. Subscribe if you'd like, and tell me what would you like to see built next inside this Let's Play. I'll see you guys around.